Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. I have already uploaded 40 test series last year. So, let's start our session. Our first question is:
the religion of early Vedic Aryans was primarily of. Options are Bhakti, image worship and yajnas, worship of nature and yajnas, worship of nature and Bhakti. The answer to this question is option C, worship of nature and yajnas. The early Vedic Aryans believed in simple religion. They worshipped natural forces like earth, fire, wind, rain, thunder, etc. by personifying them into deities. So the answer to this question is option C. Number 2. Lord Buddha's image is sometimes shown with a hand gesture called Bhumisparsha Mudra. It symbolizes which of the following? The answer to this question is option B. Buddha's calling of the earth to witness his purity and chastity despite the temptations of Mara. Bhumisparsha Mudra is translated as earth touching gesture. Buddha statues with this mudra are commonly known as earth witness. Lord Buddha in Bhumisparsha Mudra is seen seated with his right hand as a pendant over the right knee, reaching toward the ground with the palm inward while touching the lotus throne. In the meantime, the left hand can be seen with the palm upright in his lap. This gesture represents the moment of the Buddha's awakening as he claims the earth as the witness of his victory over demon king Mara and enlightenment. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 3. Who among the following is the author of the collection of poetry called Golden Threshold? Options are Sarojini Naidu, Annie Besant, Aruna Asaf Ali, Vijayalakshmi Pandit. The answer to this question is option A, Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was known as the Nightingale of India and was a child prodigy, freedom fighter and a poet. Naidu was the first Indian woman to become the president of Indian National Congress and the first woman to become the governor of a state in India. She is also well acclaimed for her contribution to poetry. Her poetry had beautiful words that could also be sung. Her first collection of poems was published in 1905 under the title The Golden Threshold. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 4. Anekantvad is a core theory and philosophy of which of the following? Options are Buddhism, Jainism, Brahmanism, Sikhism. The answer to this question is option B, Jainism. Anekantvad in Jainism is the ontological assumption that any entity is at once enduring but also undergoing change that is both constant and inevitable. The doctrine of Anekantvad states that all entities have three aspects, that is, substance, quality, and mode. According to Anekantvad doctrine, the objects have infinite modes of existence and qualities, so they cannot be completely grasped in all aspects and manifestations by finite human perception. Only the Kevalins, the omniscient beings, can comprehend objects in all aspects and manifestations. Others are capable of only partial knowledge. So her answer to this question is option B. Number 5. Which one of the following is associated with the issue of control and phasing out of the use of ozone depleting substance? Options are Bretton Woods Conference, Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, Nagoya Protocol. The answer to this question is option B, Montreal Protocol. Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer is the landmark multilateral environmental agreement that regulates the production and consumption of nearly 100 man-made chemicals referred to as ozone-depleting substances. When released to the atmosphere, those chemicals damage the stratospheric ozone layer, Earth's protective shield that protects human and the environment from harmful levels of ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Adopted in 1987, the protocol is today the only UN treaty ever that has been ratified by every country on the earth, that is all 198 UN member states. Bretton Woods Conference relates to the IMF and IBRD. Kyoto Protocol is about cutting emissions of greenhouse gases. Nagoya Protocol is about benefit sharing from the gains by genetic resources. So her answer to this question is option B, Montreal Protocol. Question number 6. Which of the following statements regarding Green Climate Fund is or are correct? Statements are: it is intended to assist the developing countries in adaptation and mitigation practices to counter climate change. That is correct. It is founded under the aegis of UNEP, OECD, ADB and World Bank. That is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. Green Climate Fund is a fund within the framework of UNFCCC. It was founded as a mechanism to redistribute money from the developed to the developing world in order to assist the developing countries in adaptation and mitigation practices to counter climate change. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Green Climate Fund bodies charged with governance and oversight of the fund's management. It was established by 194 sovereign governments parties to the UNSCC. The body is independent and guided by the Conference of Parties to the Convention. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. So, our answer to this question is option A. Question number 7. Among the following cities, which one is nearest to the Tropic of Cancer? Options are Delhi, Kolkata, Jodhpur, Nagpur. The answer to this question is option B, Kolkata, because Tropic of Cancer passes through West Bengal, and from the options, nearest to the Tropic of Cancer is Kolkata. Tropic of Cancer is an imaginary line at an angle of 23.5 degrees north from the equator that passes through the middle of India. If you run this imaginary line around the earth, it passes through 17 countries, India being one of them. The Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states in India, that is Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram, and Mahi River is the only river in India that cuts the Tropic of Cancer twice. And here, answer to this question is option B. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. Statements are, Balaghat is known for its diamond mines. Mashkavan is known for its manganese deposits. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option D. Neither one nor two of the statements are correct. Here, the statements are interchanged. That is, Balaghat is known for its manganese deposits and Mashkavan is known for its diamond mines. About 33% of the manganese production in India comes from Balaghat district of Madhya Pradesh. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. Presently, the diamond fields of India are grouped into 4 categories. South Indian tract of Andhra Pradesh, Central Indian tract of Madhya Pradesh comprising Mashkavan mine of Pana Belt, Baradin Kodavali area in Chhattisgarh, and Eastern Indian tract mostly of Odisha lying between Mahanadi and Godavari valleys. So, statement 2 is incorrect. So, our answer to this question is option D. Question number 9. When you travel in Himalayas, you will see deep gorges, U-turn river courses, parallel mountain ranges, steep gradients causing landsliding. Which of the above can be said to be the evidence for Himalayas being young fall mountains? The answer to this question is option D. All the above can be said to be the evidence for Himalayas being young fall mountains. The Himalayas in India are called young fall mountains. The Himalayan range comprises of many of the highest peaks of the world. The range also comprises of many large rivers like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, and the Indus River. The evidence for the young fall nature of Himalayas include deep gorges, V-shaped valleys, U-turn river courses, parallel mountain ranges, and steep slopes, etc. So, the answer to this question is option D. Question number 10. Consider the following crops: cotton, groundnut, rice, wheat. Which of the above is or are kharif crops? The answer to this question is option C, 1, 2, and 3. That is, here cotton, groundnut, rice are kharif crops and wheat is rabi crops. Crops that are sown during the southwest monsoon season are called kharif crops or monsoon crops. These crops depends on the rainfall patterns. Rice, maize, jawar, bajra, cotton, jute, groundnut, soyabean, urad, moong dal and millets are kharif crops. Those that are sown around the retreating monsoon and northeast monsoon season, which begins by October, are called rabi or winter crops. These crops are not much affected by rainfall. Major rabi crops are wheat, gram, pears, barley, etc. So, the answer to this question is option C. Question number 11. In the Indian Constitution, the right to equality is granted by 5 articles. They are, options are Article 16 to 20, Article 15 to 19, Article 14 to 18, Article 13 to 17. The answer to this question is option C, Article 14 to Article 18. Article 14 to 18 of the Constitution of India guarantees the right to equality to every citizen of India. Here, Article 14 provides equality before the law. Article 15 provides prohibition of discrimination. Article 16 provides equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Article 17 provides abolition of untouchability. Article 18 provides abolition of titles. So, the answer to this question is option C. Number 12. Which one of the following amendments to the Indian Constitution empowers the President to send back any matter for reconsideration by the Council of Ministers? Options are 39th Amendment, 40th Amendment, 42nd Amendment, 44th Amendment. The answer to this question is option D, 44th Amendment. 44th Amendment Act empowered the President to send back once the advice of the Cabinet for reconsideration. But the reconsidered advice is to be binding on the President. So, the answer to this question is option D. Question number 13. What is the purpose of inclusion of DPSP in the Constitution of India? Options are Political democracy, social democracy, Gandhian democracy, social and economic democracy. The answer to this question is option D, social and economic democracy. The concept of DPSC emerged from Irish Constitution. Part 4 of the Constitution of India from Article 36 to 51 contains DPSP. These principles aims at ensuring socio-economic justice to the people and establishing India as a welfare state. They constitute a very elaborate economic, social and political program for a modern democratic state. So our answer to this question is option D. Question number 14. House the United Nations Monetary and Financial Conference, wherein the agreements were signed to set up IBRD, GARD and IMF, commonly known as. Options are Bantam Conference, Bretton Woods Conference, Versailles Conference, Yalta Conference. The answer to this question is option B, Bretton Woods Conference. The Bretton Woods Conference established two financial institutions to oversee the post-war reconstruction. The International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, was to deal with external surpluses and deficits of its member nations. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, commonly known as World Bank, was to finance the post-war reconstruction. General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, that is GATT, was an international trade agreement signed in 1947. But GATT was replaced by WTO in 1995. So our answer to this question is option B, Bretton Woods Conference. Question number 15. India is a member of which of the following? Asian Development Bank? Yes, India is a member. Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation? No, India is not a member of APEC. Colombo Plan? Yes, India is a member. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development? No, India is not a member of OECD. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Here, answer to this question is option A. 1 and 3 are correct. That is, India is a member of Asian Development Bank and Colombo Plan. India is a founding member of ADB. ADB, established in 1966, is owned by 68 members and 49 from the region. It aims to promote social and economic development in Asia and the Pacific. India is not a member of APEC. It was established in 1989 as a regional economic forum to promote sustainable growth and better economic relations among the 21 member countries. The Colombo Plan for Corporate Economic and Social Development in Asia and the Pacific was conceived at the Commonwealth Conference on Foreign Affairs held in Colombo in 1950. OECD is an international organization that works to build better policies for better lives. India is not a member but is a key economic partner of OECD. So her answer to this question is option A.
So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next lesson tomorrow.